about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football?
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
56. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
2.
They'll run for the first time with Dion Lewis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fresno. Showing 8.
Get it.
This is Lewis. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, it's Lewis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Lewis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 49ers' 43-yard line.
On
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he locates Walker, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, 40 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, 49ers 0.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 26.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
11.
at the 49
Here we go.
Play action. Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
A loss of 12 on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Switch. Check 31. You go tight.
1, Omaha. Go ahead.
You got tight right there.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Hey, alert! 2.
It's now 4th down.
61, matchbox lights.
Kill.
Flag! Hey, Charlie.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
That's what I do. Watch switch. Shift.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom. 5.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
56, the mic, boys. 56.
Leo.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And Walker has it.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, Lewis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Tannehill. It's caught, Smith. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
56. Let him know, let him know.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tannehill on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very managed. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
21.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain there of 21 yards.
12.
A gain of 21.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. 13.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack. And we... hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Pick it up. Here we go. 180.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry and the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch out.
Now.
Motion. Reset.
A toss right to Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check three.
Derrick Henry.
Come on.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 12.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Wake picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Hey, come on, come on, come on.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again is Tannehill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some sparks. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
11.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Coleman. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
We got 3 down.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Mine's 56. Wild Bill.
Now.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now in Nashville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
12.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Garoppolo on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike.
Here we go. 180.
59.
I'm on.
Out.
Hey, alert.
59's Mike. 59's Mike.
Hey, gun.
I got wide. Check nickel. Rush in.
Garoppolo again. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin.
Here we go.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
11.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
21. 65.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
We got 3.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try to run with Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to be stopped shy of the end zone.
Let's go.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8 yard line.
They try again with Lewis. Room here to run. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
56 is Mike. 56 is
Buzz.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Yes.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Watch.
Hey, Foxtrot, go.
Tannehill going to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Mike,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Watch the pass.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Lewis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
We got three.
Hey, orbit.
They snap it to Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.